Hi, I'm Meredith from Western Wave Productions, and we help underrepresented students find a sense of community through the marketing program. Today, we're posting our second installment of our interview with Dan Purdy, a marketing professor here at Western who's also a first-generation college student. Let's get into it.
So you're a first-generation student. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your experience?
I knew out of my high school, I knew of maybe 10 or 15 people who went to college, and they were all either smart kids or athletes. I went to a big 4A high school. I'm sure there was more people than the people I knew who went to college, but
Yeah.
I just didn't know that many people who, went to college. It just
Yeah.
wasn't, so you don't know that much about it. You don't talk that much about it. I didn't know if I was going to get into college because I wasn't a particularly good high school student. So when you're ashamed, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get in. I don't know how. You don't talk about it that much. So it's not like you're hitting up your friends trying to get information about things. Like, hey, how did your admissions process go? Like, no, it's right? Because you're like, what am I going to say? Like, no, I didn't get in. Right, so I didn't get in. It's not a very long conversation. But eventually, I got a scholarship offer to play football at the University of Puget Sound. And University of Puget Sound at the time, and it still is, but it was an upper class school for people of serious economic needs. Most of the people I went to school with were wealthy. It's just all kinds of, I think, challenges around trying to adapt to what is really a new lifestyle and a new environment when you have no experience with it. And there's the phrase fish out of water, right? Like you just don't have any idea what to do.
Yeah.
And the hardest part is you don't know that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge piece too. Like, and you're young, you're trying to go along and act like you fit in, and you don't want to stick out, and you don't want anybody staring at you, and you feel very self-conscious about everything. So what do? Keep your head down, try to fit in, act like you know what's going on, and then just make lots and lots of mistakes and waste lots of money and waste lots of time and end up with student loans that you can't pay. And I went through that whole cycle, right? I defaulted on student loans. I dropped out of college. I bought thousands of dollars of books that I never used. Like, I made every possible mistake.
Do you feel like that was almost like a deterrent or like something that was like a blockage for you?
No, I would say that being exposed to people from a radically different background that I had experienced was probably the best thing that could happen to me.
Oh yeah.
It didn't fix everything. It took me years to, I think, grow and benefit from that. But I think one of the values of a university is that you get to see a universe of possibility. All kinds of different people from different backgrounds. You get exposed to different professors with different approaches. Some we love and some we don't. You can learn something from everybody. When I went home and saw that somebody lived on Lake Washington, that opened up a realm of possibilities to me I did not know existed. I didn't realize people lived that way. I didn't know you could do that. And by the way, you're hanging out with them and you're like, they're not that much different than I am, even though they have a radically different background. So that led me to think, well, if they could, maybe I could.
Thanks for joining us. Check out more Western Wave Productions content through the Linktree in the link in our bio to find out how the marketing program can support you.